Ladies and gentlemen, you elect them to represent you. Fight for your issues and raise your voice on the biggest stage of what is undoubtedly the most beautiful democracy in the world, India. But guess what our parliamentarians do with your money and your vote? They shout, they fight, they resort to theatrics. And like in today's case, they even go as far as pushing, shoving and howling at each other. Here's a report on possibly the darkest day in Parliament's history.
A protest, a push, and then pandemonium. To understand what caused this incredible exchange, let's look at what triggered it. Earlier in the morning, Congress MPs led by Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi turned up at Parliament premises dressed in blue. In the hues that summed up Baba Saheb's legacy, their aim was to up the ante against the Home Minister for his alleged insult to Ambedkar. Soon, some of the opposition MPs climbed atop the Makar Dwar of Parliament in an attempt to quite literally scale up their protest. At some point, they ran into a wall of BJP MPs. It is at this time when Rahul Gandhi, trying to muscle his way through, allegedly pushed BJP MP Mukesh Rajput, who then fell on his compatriot Pratap Sarangi. The 69-year-old was left, in his party's words, seriously injured.
आपको शर्म नहीं आती है क्या राहुल क्या शर्म नहीं आती है क्या शर्म नहीं आती है गुंडागर्दी करते हो बूढ़े को गिरा दिया जाता है इतना कौन सा इतना कौन सा गुंडागर्दी करते हो
और राहुल गांधी हम खड़े थे साइड में राहुल गांधी एक एमपी को धक्का लगा जो मेरे ऊपर गिर गया और मैं नीचे गिर पड़ा ये मेरा इंजरी हो गया
Sarangi was admitted to the ICU of the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, leaving his partymen livid.
हमने श्रीमान राहुल गांधी जी के खिलाफ दिल्ली पुलिस में शिकायत दर्ज कराई है उनके द्वारा शारीरिक हमला और उकसाने के लिए।
मैं अगर एक लाइन में कहूँ ना तो जैसे गली के गुंडे मवाली नहीं बिहेव करते हैं उस तरह का बिहेवियर था। उन्होंने यूं हाथ लगा के यूं और ऐसे करके धक्का मारा। मुकेश राजपूत गिरे, पीछे से प्रताप सारंगी गिरे।
आपका पहलवानी दिखाने का क्या मतलब है? आप एक्सरसाइज करके आप क्या कराटे कुंफू सीख करके दूसरा एमपी को मारने के लिए सिखाए क्या?
संसद के परिसर में जो संविधान की दुहाई देते हैं, बहाना बनाते हैं, उनकी गुंडागर्दी भारत की लोकतंत्र, भारत की जनता बिल्कुल इसको सहन नहीं करेगी।
The Congress on its part denied any attempt by Rahul to injure BJP's MPs, instead claiming that its own party president was targeted in the scuffle, leading to Kharge suffering injuries on his surgically operated knee.
आपके कैमरा में होगा ये पार्लियामेंट की एंट्रेंस है इसमें मैं अंदर जाने की कोशिश कर रहा था तो बीजेपी के एमपी जो थे वो मुझे ऐसे रोकने की कोशिश कर रहे थे धकेल रहे थे और मुझे धमका रहे थे तो वो हुआ है।
अमित शाह जी की खाल बचाने के लिए ये अब इन्होंने साजिश शुरू की है कि भैया ने किसी को धक्का मारा। ये वो मेरी आंखों के सामने आप सबने देखा होगा खड़गे जी को धक्का मार के जमीन पे गिराया उसके बाद एक सीपीएम के एमपी को धक्का मारा उनके ऊपर गिरे खड़गे जी के ऊपर। मैंने सोचा टांग टूट गई होगी कुछ हुआ होगा क्योंकि उनके चेहरे से दिख रहा था कि उनको चोट लगी।
हम एक शांत तरीके से लाइन में हम आ रहे थे लेकिन उनको क्या सूझा मुझे मालूम नहीं और मैं उसमें पहले ही मैं किसी को धक्का देने की स्थिति में नहीं हूं लेकिन मेरे को खुद वो लोग धक्का दिए मैं अपना बैलेंस नहीं संभाल सका मैं नीचे बैठ गया।
So who assaulted who? And who allowed the assault to happen? As India's temple of democracy was reduced to a theatre of tamasha, here's the fine print that our elected lawmakers have forgotten in the red mist. Not only was Baba Sahib's legacy, which is after all what today's protest was supposed to be about, completely sidelined, but today's drama also hammered the last nail in the coffin of the washout that has been this winter session. Let's not forget, every day of Parliament cost taxpayers 9 crores. Today, our lawmakers delivered what might be the most expensive WWE-style spectacle in history. The price? Our democracy's dignity. Bureau Report, Mirror Now.
Meanwhile, another major controversy has now come out from that parliament scuffle. A BJP MP in the Rajya Sabha, Fangong Konyak, has alleged that Congress MP Rahul Gandhi came very close to her and that made her uncomfortable when the entire episode was unfolding. The BJP is now demanding an apology from Rahul Gandhi and have taken up the matter with the Rajya Sabha chairperson, demanding his intervention. However, the Congress party has rejected all such claims, with their MP Hebe Eden writing a letter to the Lok Sabha Speaker saying that he's ready to share his eyewitness account since he was there. He has termed the allegations against Rahul Gandhi as malicious and devoid of facts.
आज हम लोग पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट कर रहा था तो लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन श्री राहुल गांधी जी बहुत क्लोज प्रॉक्सिमिटी में आके आई आल्सो डिड नॉट फील कंफर्टेबल, अच्छा नहीं लगा। फिर वो ही स्टार्टेड शाउटिंग। ये ऐसे नहीं होता है, क्योंकि हम लोग प्रोटेस्ट जब करते हैं साइड में कॉर्डन ऑफ करके इस सिक्योरिटी पर्सनल से वो जाने के लिए जगह बनाया था, तो हम लोग वहाँ प्रोटेस्ट कर रहा था। वो आके बहुत क्लोज प्रॉक्सिमिटी में वो ऐसे थ्रेटनिंग पोस्ट में, ऐसे नहीं है कि हम खुद को प्रोटेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन वो नियम नहीं है, एक तरीका नहीं है संसद का। तो इस आज जो हुआ है बहुत दिल दुख हुआ है, अच्छा नहीं लगा। ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि एक संसद को एक रिस्पेक्ट देता है, एक हिसाब देता है। हम लोग कोई आता है तो हम लोग बैक जाते हैं, साइड करते हैं। तो ऐसे हम लोग जब प्रोटेस्ट कर रहा था आगे आके, वो ग्रुप में था तो आगे आके ऐसे थ्रेटन करना वो अच्छा नहीं लगा। आज एसटी हूँ, नागालैंड से हूँ, और ये महिला संसद के साथ जो है वो अच्छा नहीं लगा, इसलिए मैंने कंप्लेन भी दिया है चेयरमैन को, उसके प्रोटेक्शन सीख करके।
So clearly there are two versions of what happened. One is the BJP version and one is the Congress version. All of us viewers would be very appreciative of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha secretariats if they decided to release the CCTV pictures. There are cameras all around Parliament. If they put out these CCTV pictures and let us know exactly what happened. Doodh ka doodh and pani ka pani, as they say. But no such pictures, photographs or videos have been released by either of the secretariats. So we have a situation where we have two points of view, two versions of the same event. Now, we wanted both versions, so we sent out invites to Congress MPs and BJP MPs who were there present when the scuffle was breaking out to tell us what they saw. We have an MP from the Congress party who's agreed to come on the show to talk to us about what happened. The BJP MPs declined to come on Mirror Now. But you've already heard their point of view in any case. Manickam Tagore, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. You're a Congress MP. You are someone who was present in Parliament when the scuffle broke out. We have a bit of a situation. We have one incident and we have two dramatically opposite versions of what actually happened. Since you were there, I'm asking you one question bluntly. Did Mr. Gandhi push Mr. Mukesh Rajput, who fell on Mr. Pratap Sarangi, who then hurt himself? Yes or no?
No, yeah, thank you. It's very simple that 15 days we had been protesting every day outside that gate of old parliament and the new parliament, Matkoradwar. We usually protest in a very peaceful way. That is the way it goes. BJP friends also comes and goes also. This is the way it has been happening for 15 days. This whole session we had been protesting outside particularly. Today and yesterday were little different days because Mr. Amit Shah got caught. Because of Mr. Amit Shah and the demand that he has insulted Baba Sahib Ambedkar, and then his resignation demand by Kharge ji has come. And therefore, today the BJP friends were little agitated and they were having demonstration from 10 o'clock in Makardwar. We opposition MPs, India Alliance partners, we were having a demonstration in Baba Sahib Ambedkar statue, which is in the back side of the old Parliament building, which is back side of the Prime Minister's office, old Prime Minister's office. From there, we were one by one in a single line. We were walking to the Parliament to attend Parliament. Therefore, we were having Jai Bhim slogan, and when we entered into the Parliament, we had been blocked by our BJP friends. And there was the CIS of security was completely out of these things and others. Therefore, slogan shouting was happening and others. Suddenly, there was a pre-planned thing by our friends of BJP. They were having all lathi kind of things, structures and others. Because usually we don't carry lathis and others in Parliament, and we only carry the placards which we show to each other. That's the way we keep the parliamentary protest also. This time, suddenly, where it came, we don't know. Suddenly, one MP was taken in a wheelchair, and that MP, the reporter asked, the ANI reporter asked him that whether Rahul Gandhi was there. Then he gave statement about Rahul Gandhi and others. Therefore, everything was confused in that time. And then we went inside Parliament, and we were speaking about Jai Bhim only. Okay. The thing is that it is a pre-planned structure by the ruling party to divert from the real Amit Shah resignation issue and apology of Amit Shah. Therefore, they wanted theatrics, and they had done it, and they had sent one of their MPs in the hospital and others. He is admitted, I think, and therefore that is the way they wanted to do politics, and they had done it. And we just feel very shocked to see these kind of things happening.
Okay, now you may call it theatrics, you may call it pre-planned drama, but the fact is that poor Mr. Sarangi was seen bleeding. And there are pictures that show him bleeding. He in fact had to be admitted to ICU as well. So he was clearly pushed. Something clearly did happen.
No, you have to understand it. Sarangi is a Bajrang Dal man who has had the background of the stains when stains were burnt alive in Gujarat, Orissa. He was one of those Bajrang Dal people who has a very different kind of political nature. Therefore, what they wanted to do, how to do it, and others, it is not you and me. It is not our cup of coffee. It is a completely different kind of pattern. They use it, and they wanted to divert me. They will divert it. Whatever you do, they will divert it. That is the way they will do it. And we all know that when Dubey, my friend Nishikant Dubey was there, we saw one video that Mr. Gandhi, there was one BJP MP taking one Mr. Gandhi to Mr. Sarangi. He will go there, and Mr. Gandhi will ask him what happened to him. These people will say that you had only hit him. Then you know how I hated. Therefore, these people we know that Mr. Dubey, whenever he is involved, he is a very different kind of person who plays with theatrics and others. Therefore, it's a theatrics for them, and how he fall, whether Mr. Dubey pushed him down, what is the BJP fellows who are doing it with him, how the blame is coming on Mr. Gandhi is only CCTV, the original CCTV camera of the Lok Sabha, which when it is released, because it will be under the control of speaker. If it is not doctored, and if it has to be released only, truth will be there. Because Mr. Gandhi's character, we all know that Mr. Gandhi has been a person who has always been kind to people, who has been very aggressive in his speech, but he's very kind to people. He is not a notorious person like Mr. Shah. Mr. Shah thinks notoriously well in a very in a mindset of crime. He thinks about it. Therefore, he does this kind of things. His pattern has been like this. His history has been like this, from Gujarat to Delhi. Therefore, let us be very clear that this is a drama which the BJP wanted to do it because they wanted at any cost to save Mr. Amit Shah. At any cost, from this Ambedkar himself, but we don't feel that people are going to forget that quickly.
Okay. You know, there is another finger that has been raised at Mr. Rahul Gandhi's character, this time by a lady MP from Nagaland, who's claiming that Rahul Gandhi came too close to her during the protest, and that made her uncomfortable. Now, this is an uncomfortable position for any political leader to be in.
No, our MP who was there in Hybie Eden, who was there in the backside of, he has given a statement. If you read it, I'll send it to you also. Because nothing has happened like that. Because she was the Nagaland MP, Rajya Sabha MP. First time we saw that in television also. Because when a big man has to be saved, when a man like Amit Shah who got red-handed in the Rajya Sabha, he makes a statement, Ambedkar, 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 इससे भगवान का नाम ले जाते हैं ना, स्वर्ग में पहुंच जाते हैं. This word is going to hunt BJP down. The Dalit OBC scheduled caste, scheduled tribe is going to be angry against it. They want a huge diversion. Therefore, they will give a number of diversion to it. Therefore, it's a natural thing. We were expecting some other thing they will do it. But they had done it. Poor Sarangi, they had made him to do it. Therefore, we all know that this is a diversionary tactics. We will keep asking for Mr. Amit Shah's resignation. Amit Shah's, because he has committed a sin, he has committed a blunder by insulting Baba Sahib Ambedkar.
Okay, while you can continue to ask for his resignation, I doubt that resignation will be forthcoming. So my last question to you, much like you say that the BJP is doing drama, this is all orchestrated theatrics, well, even the BJP today is saying that Mr. Kharge is also doing drama, because Mr. Kharge too has claimed that he has been pushed.
Now, we have to understand, therefore only, Kharge Sahib, there is no need for Kharge Sahib to speak like that, because when there are videos, we had seen it, the women MPs, particularly Priyanka Gandhi ji and all the women MPs were there. Therefore, Kharge Sahib, to protect Kharge Sahib, they were also with him. He was pushed down. It is known, it is there. When the real video CCTVs of the PC, without, which is under the speaker, honorable speaker, sir, when it is released only, it will be known. But now it is only theatrics, because they BJP wanted a diversion, therefore they are blaming it. And in that thing, Kharge Sahib, like senior person who has been insulted by the BJP members, it's very unfortunate that they are doing like this kind of things. And it pains us that why they have to do it like this. Because it is not the BJP which was Atal Bihari Vajpayee's BJP. This is Amit Shah's BJP. Amit Shah will do whatever he wants it. He has done many things in Gujarat to save himself. Therefore, these kind of diversionary tactics in Delhi, he is doing it, and he will do more. We are prepared for it. We will fight it out. They are now putting murder case on Mr. Rahul Gandhi. You see, whether you can think about it, for speaking for Ambedkar's insult, Rahul Gandhi, the opposition leader, being charged by murder charges. Whether this will happen inside the parliament, this is happening inside the parliament. Whether anybody ever, any kind of in 75 years is the history of Republic of India, any time it has happened, anybody has gone to police station to file a murder charge, because they want to save Amit Shah. The problem is that Amit Shah is now caught. There is no Lohia here. Therefore, but they have to save him. They will do anything to save Mr. Amit Shah. That's the thing they are trying.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much, Mr. Manickam Tagore, for telling us what the Congress's side of the story is. Ladies and gentlemen and dear viewers, as I said, in the interest of fairness, we had reached out to many BJP MPs as well. All of them declined to speak. Bhavya Narasimhamurthy is spokesperson of the Congress party, joining us on the broadcast. Ghanshyam Tiwari is a national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party with us this evening. Tehseen Poonawalla is a political analyst with us on the broadcast. Pradeep Mahar is from the BJP. Pradeep ji, thank you very much. And Dr. Uday joins us on the broadcast as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Pradeep Mahar, I'm going to start with you first. We all saw what happened in Parliament. It's a black day for India's democracy. I think all of us can agree to that. Mr. Mahar, but I want to ask you, seedhe attempt to murder ka charge against Rahul Gandhi? For what has happened, it's still not clear whether he actually pushed Mr. Sarangi or not. The CCTV footage has not been made available to the public. The Secretariat should be doing that in the interest of transparency and fairness. They have not done that. Seedhe attempt to murder ka charge against Rahul Gandhi. Isn't that upping the ante a bit too much?
Look, Sarangi ji is seriously injured. He is in ICU and that is a fact of the day. And we need to understand that if he is injured and something has happened, it needs to be investigated. And in order to get it investigated, there has to be an FIR. FIR has to be filed. So this is a procedure. So that procedure has been followed. FIR has been filed. Investigations will be done, and the result will be out of the investigation. One more thing I want to say, that I just saw on your television channel only. Could you see the body language of Rahul Gandhi, the way he was behaving? If it was an accident also. For an instance, I consider that it might have been an accident. I'm not accepting that it's an accident. Ultimately, it's going to be an investigation. But if it was an accident also, then he could have immediately come forward and said, oh, this is what has happened. I'm really sorry. Something wrong has happened. He could have shown some kind of a humanity. But the way he is behaving, is it the right way to behave? Forget about a politician. Is it the right way to behave as a human being? Tell me. I mean, I was really surprised with the kind of behavior, kind of body language. He is acting like a goon. Even a lady parliamentarian has filed a report, and she has been openly saying that the way he was interacting with the with her, I mean, he came quite near to her, and she was very uncomfortable. So this Rahul Gandhi has started acting like a goon. Opposition is acting like a goon. And what they are doing is, they are fighting on something very impossible. You know, Amit Shah ji made a statement. He made it very clear that statement, the part of the statement is only taken up, and that has been advertised like anything. You know, Congress is shouting like anything. But was that the statement? No. The statement was very clear. Statement was something like that Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar had some kind of a thought process. If you want to follow Bhim Rao Ambedkar, you have to follow the thought process and the ideology of Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Do you really follow the ideology of Bhim Rao Ambedkar?
Mr. Mahar, ठीक है.
Your political party at that point in time actually supported the ways the Bhim Rao Ambedkar or
Mr. ये कल का discussion था. Today's discussion, Mr. Mahar, is different. I've heard you. I've heard you, Mr. Mahar. I've heard you. You've made your point. Tehseen Poonawala, what would you want to respond to it? Essentially, the BJP's charges, this is Rahul Gandhi, who is behaving like a gunda, and even if Mr. Sarangi's fall was an accident, couldn't the man come up to him and say, oh, if this has happened because of me, I'm sorry? Instead of, you know, dismissing it and saying kuch nahi hua. The fact is kuch hua. The fact is poor Mr. Sarangi did have some bleeding, and the fact is that poor Mr. Sarangi did end up in the ICU.
It's terrible to see what Parliament has come down to. So while I would have ideally liked to start with Jai Bhim, Jai Samvitan, the point is neither the opposition nor the ruling party is upholding the constitution. Let's ask one question, Shreya, to your viewers. Both Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Baba Sahib Ambedkar ji would be deeply pained with what happened today in Parliament. Very pained. They would both want Parliament to function and be the house of debates, not house of gundagati. Having said that, there was a statement made by the Honorable Home Minister of India yesterday, for which the opposition is legitimately demanding a statement, her apology, and his resignation. They have a legitimate right to protest. What was the BJP with sticks protesting against? Can somebody explain this to me? And then with sticks, we've seen several protests when the opposition is having protests, and we saw the visuals on Mirror now. Rajnath Singh ji was going. Nobody stopped Rajnath Singh ji. You always shake hands. You allow the protest to happen. Why were the Congress MPs stopped from going inside? That is the question. And for the lady, the lady MP from Nagaland, Rajya Sabha MP, she's made such serious charges. In my opinion, and I see this with a lot of humility, this is not how you should use these charges frivolously or put somebody in the dock saying, oh, he came close to me, made me uncomfortable in Parliament when somebody's walking in. If it is true, that video undoctored should be released and Rahul Gandhi should be held up. But we obviously know that now it is come in as an afterthought. Now Haibi saying, look, I was with him, he was not next to the lady. Just look at where we've demeaned our Parliament. But in all of this, one point remains, Shreya. Amit Shah ji's topic has been evaded and the discussion has gone away.
Okay, Dr. Uday, would you want to come in here? You know, there is one charge that Mr. Sarangi is making. To that, there is a counter charge that Mr. Kharge has made. If there is an attempt to murder case that has been registered by the BJP against Rahul Gandhi, then the Congress party is also threatening to file a case against BJP MPs for pushing Mr. Kharge under the SC/ST Act. तो ठीक है, ये तू मैं charge versus charge, complaint versus complaint is okay, chalta rahega. But the fact is that this lady MP has indeed made very serious charges. Now Tehseen is saying these are the kind of charges that you cannot make frivolously. What is the charge she's making? She's saying there was this chaos and commotion going on. Mr. Rahul Gandhi came too close. He yelled at me. I felt uncomfortable. I want to ask you if you think these charges were made frivolously, or whether you think there is some merit to the hue and cry over these charges.
I think for that, the parliamentary committee should be set up and to see the CCTV footage, which you have already demanded at the start of the show. But what is more important is to understand that violence is the refugee of incompetent, and nothing good comes out of violence. Let's understand that. I don't know how the next 4.5 years are going to go if this is the kind of situation we are having. I would suggest to have like football matches in Brazil. There are separate entrances for club. There should be separate entrances for opposition and the ruling party. And so also there should be a bulletproof glass door or a panel between the two so that nothing, hand grenades or bullets being fired, because we are just short of that. Decency has gone. Let's stop Ukraine and Russia war and show India's parliament, because it is nothing short of that. Instead of choosing parliamentarians with intellect, now the prerequisite is to have somebody with a six-pack ab and ability to push, physical capability. Is it what we are? Haven't we? क्या हम इसकी तरफ जा नहीं रहे थे, श्रेया जी? Last 5 days we are discussing this issue. On the first day, we had masked drama. As if the parliament is now a stage of National School of Drama. Then we had this show with you called Bagawat. And that is nothing else but converting parliament into Delhi Heart, where you can go and shop different kinds of bags. Then you have Ambedkar converting parliament into the Dhobi Ghat. And now crossed all the limits. And you have Kustika Akhada. I wonder whether I was watching WWF or Mirror now. Is it what we want to show it to our next generation? Who is wrong is immaterial. Why did Congress MP did not feel the need to go and meet the parliamentarian in the ICU? That's my question. And the most important point is the figures which you are showing as a graphic. 162 crores at stake. Is it what we are going to show it to our people? The parliament first was attacked by outsiders. Parliament second time is attacked by our own Indian elected parliamentarians. And that's the biggest tragedy. That's what is currently happening in this country.
Bhavya, would you want to come in here?
Yeah. So I thought
because the
BJP
Congress party has been calling this orchestrated drama. And the director of this drama, they say, was Amit Shah, and the line producer of this drama was Nishikant Dubey. How is this orchestrated? Did they actually orchestrate to push their MP, get him heard, and then admit it to ICU?
The basic question here is, why were the BJP MP of Congress MPs? Congress MPs have been protesting for the past 15 days. Not one such incident happened, right? But why today? The main reason is 2 days ago, what Amit Shah's statement in the parliament and what happened across the country because of that. The consequence BJP is facing and is going to face, they want to deviate. So they stood in between the Congress MPs. They attacked, they lost humanity, not just decency, in attacking a 82-year-old Congress president, pushing him, and he fell down. And to cover that up, they bring in MP Sarangi, who has a history of violence. Let me bring up 2 incidents of violence which he is accused of. One, as a Bajrang Dal activist, he is accused of burning 2 children and a father alive. Second incident, he was a part of Bajrang Dal and another some kind of organization which attacked Orissa Assembly in 2002. They stormed the Orissa Assembly. This is his background. Today he wants to come here and cry victim. Why was he in the way of Congress MPs and attack them instead? Isn't it decency to allow whoever wants to protest, whether it is opposition or the ruling party, let them protest. That is their right. This is the temple of democracy. Parliament is a temple of democracy. Yes, we know BJP doesn't have any regards for constitution. But what about Parliament as a building, as a temple of democracy? They should at least behave decently there.
Okay.
People have elected them to be their representative there. 1 second. Let's think of the chronology now. 2 days ago, Amit Shah makes that statement against Ambedkar, literally belittling him, not knowing how little he is in front of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. And today, when the whole nation is against him, demanding his resignation and apology, instead of apologizing, they want to deviate the issue. The whole BJP party is shaken. They know their only way out is to deviate, and violence is not new to BJP, as you know. Now they have brought it till the parliament.
Okay.
And we spoke about CCTV. Tell me who is responsible to give the CCTV videos. It's the government, right? Why can't they produce the evidence?
I absolutely say that the secretariats of the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha should put out the videos so that people actually can see for themselves if Rahul Gandhi actually pushed Mr. Mukesh Rajput, who then ended up plonking himself on Mr. Sarangi, who was then admitted to the ICU, right? 100%.
We need to know that. And we cannot get away with
that. That CCTV needs to come out as well.
Yes, of course.
Was Mr. Kharge pushed by BJP MPs? Did he fall to the floor and hurt himself? That CCTV needs to be out as well. The CCTV that also needs to be out is during the protest. Did Rahul Gandhi actually come very close to this Nagaland BJP MP who claimed she felt very uncomfortable? That CCTV should come out as well, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of truth, in the interest of fairness, and in the interest of transparency. And if the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha secretariats fail to do it, we will ask, what are they hiding, right? But only if they fail to do it. Now, I just want all of you to stay with us for a moment. I know, Ghanshyam Tiwari, you've been very patient. I'll come to you in just a bit. But I want to show you some more pictures that came to us from across India today. Just take a look at these pictures. If you thought, ladies and gentlemen, it was only Parliament, well, the theatrics over Ambedkar were reported across this country. In Karnataka's Belgavi during the assembly session, BJP leader C.T. Ravi had to be saved by the police from an angry mob, which gathered and attempted to heckle him for allegedly using derogatory words against a female Congress minister. He did it multiple times. All this during counter-protests by both the BJP and the Congress party on Ambedkar. C.T. Ravi has now been detained. In Mumbai, Congress offices were vandalized and the effigy of Congress leaders were burnt by BJP workers. This led to a mega standoff, leading to lathi charge by the police. And then in Kolkata, workers of both the BJP and the Congress clashed, not just with each other, but also with the cops. Despite heavy barricading, ladies and gentlemen, some protesters actually resorted to stone pelting. Ghanshyam Tiwari, as someone who is an ally of the Congress party in the parliament, and also someone who, comes from the state of Uttar Pradesh, I want to ask you, what you make of what has happened in parliament today? Because there is one version and then there is a dramatically other version to counter it. Honestly, I or the Aam Janta doesn't know what the truth is. The truth, as always, lies somewhere in the middle. But what's your take on what has happened? Do you actually think that the BJP orchestrated this entire hangama, this entire drama to save Mr. Amit Shah from the blushes that he may have earned after his so-called Ambedkar insult?
Good evening, Shreya, to you, the viewers and the fellow co-panelists. There are three things that are absolutely clear. If by now undoctored footage of this has not been given to the television channels, it directly points the finger to a conspiracy that BJP badly wanted. It is clear. As far as the actors in this conspiracy, now the images of Mr. Sarangi is coming. I can read from News 24 website that speaks about how Mr. Sarangi was convicted for life term in the triple murder case in 2003. So if Nishikant Dubey and Mr. Sarangi has to be the key protagonist and the footage is not there, the conspiracy angle is visible to for everyone to see. But that aside, what is also obvious is from the days of RSS formation, from the days of Goalwalkar, to the days of independence, to the days of Hindu Code Bill when RSS compared Ambedkar to Lilliput, to the days of Amit Shah, BJP, RSS hate Dr. Ambedkar. They want to communicate to people of the country that if you say Ambedkar, 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 you will not go to स्वर्ग, शायद आपको नरक मिले, आप भगवान भगवान कहिए. जिस अंबेडकर ने उन लोगों को अधिकार दिया जिन लोगों को भगवान भी अधिकार नहीं दे पाए थे हजारों साल तक, और भगवान का नाम रटने वाले लोग अधिकार नहीं दे पाए थे, उस अंबेडकर से मनुस्मृति के पुजारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग इतनी नफरत करते हैं कि संविधान की बहस में the Home Minister of India had to come and say this. There is no way the anger of the downtrodden is going to go away so soon. One drama or another, one conspiracy or another, these words will ring in the minds of the poor. That Ambedkar, Ambedkar, Ambedkar कहने से क्या कोई स्वर्ग चले जाएगा? For BJP, that still believes that Ambedkar कहने वाले लोग स्वर्ग नहीं जा सकते. They believe that people who are downtrodden, who are Dalits, are not destined to heaven. This is exactly what Manusmriti believes in. This is exactly what Goalkar believed in. And this is what it seems Amit Shah believes in. So there is no way BJP can ride out of it. The sad thing for Parliament about the Parliament is that BJP has by and large succeeded in ensuring that Parliament does not discuss the Adani matter. It doesn't hold the Prime Minister to any accountability. The Prime Minister doesn't do any press conferences anyway. Manipur crisis is not held to the BJP accountable for. The price rise challenge that poor and middle class are facing, it does not come up in Parliament, and BJP is not made to answer for the murder that has been accused of in Uttar Pradesh and Sambhal. This is because the Prime Minister is not the leader of the House anymore in the eyes of himself, let alone people of India. He does not want to face questions, and as a result, BJP is left with Shah-like theatrics and this continuous criticism of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar.
Okay. Pradeep, I'll let you come in and respond because there are a lot of charges that have been made against the BJP and Mr. Amit Shah before I go to Tehseen. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. First of all, I heard everybody. It was
Pradeep,
something like
से तो कुछ होगा
that
नहीं, because clearly लग रहा है that both sides are shaken.
No. Look. There were some charges against Sarangi. So what should be done? Rahul Gandhi should be allowed to, knock him down, send him to ICU. What do they want? I mean, why are they quoting that there were some charges against Sarangi and Sarangi was with Bajrang Dal? So is there something wrong? He was attached to some organization. Is Bajrang Dal wrong? What is this? As far as Amit Shah's statement is concerned, they're continuously returning.
Well, his actions haven't exactly covered him in glory in the past, right, Mr. Mahor?
Wait a moment. I just heard Mr. Ghanshyam. He was saying that Bhagwan kehte. No. This was not the statement of Amit Shah. He just said that there was a time when Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar's statements, whatever he wanted, was not followed. Understand? Congress wanted that the reservation given to the scheduled caste should be snatched, and that reservation part should be given to their reservation should be given on the basis of religion. And BJP was opposing. The main agenda is lost. I'm bringing you back to the main agenda. Main agenda was BJP was saying there should not be any reservation based on religion. And I want to quote here Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. There is a book, Pakistan or the Partition of India. And this is the statement, quote unquote, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Brotherhood of Islam is not the universal brotherhood of men. It is the brotherhood of Muslims for Muslims. This is the statement of Bhimrao Ambedkar. So now, this has not been quoted by Dr. Amit Shah, Mr. Amit Shah. Now, I have quoted this. So now what? So are you following the rules, regulations, or expectations of Dr.
Mr.
Ambedkar or not? Why are you willing to give
Look,
reservations based
look,
on
Mr. Mahar,
religion?
we can all agree or disagree on whether what Mr. Amit Shah said on the floor of the House was an insult to the father of India's constitution or not. I, for one, believe there was no insult intended. Okay, I do believe that there was no insult intended, but you know, I'm thinking to myself, was there such guilt in the BJP that they had to mount such a huge such a drama of such huge theatrics? This is not what I'm saying. This is the Congress party that is saying. But I do believe that Tehseen wanted to come in and rebut something that you said. Tehseen, go ahead, please.
Can I answer your question?
There are two issues, Shreya, broadly.
No, एक minute. Let Tehseen.
Please, Pradeep, if I may just make my point.
Sure. Please,
there are two, Shreya, there are two broad issues. The Honorable Home Minister of India is running away from his responsibility. Amit Shah ji should at least in the floor of the House apologize. Secondly, they are not allowing issues of the nation to be spoken or debated on the floor of Parliament, unemployment, Manipur, etc. They don't want to answer. Please tell me, why is it everywhere in the country where there is a fight, there's a riot, there's some sort of violence, the other side of it is always BJP people. Kerala, if it's versus the left, BJP. West Bengal versus TMC, BJP. Somewhere against Muslims, BJP. Somewhere else, BJP. Why is BJP a common pattern in every fight and every riot? Sambal, BJP. Bahraich, BJP. Why? Why does BJP and riot go synonymous? Point number one. Point number two, why were those MPs carrying sticks? Point number three, and important. There is a lady MP, she's made very grave allegations. Either she walked the talk or action be taken against her. You cannot use these kind of allegations so frivolously against a leader of opposition, against any person. Lastly, to the question of what the journalist on your show said, or just because you have muscles. If Mr. Gandhi's done anything wrong, as you said, Shreya, release undoctored videos. The fact that it's taken so long means the videos are being doctored. We saw AI videos of my friend Nana Patole being doctored and released just before Maharashtra elections. These guys are master manipulators in doctoring videos.
Dr. Uday, I'm just a little curious about today's protest in the first place. And I think someone on the panel has mentioned this as well. There was reason for the opposition to protest, right? They are protesting what they see as an insult to Bhimram Ambedkar that was made by Home Minister Amit Shah. As I said, we can all agree or disagree on that. What was the BJP protesting? Why were BJP MPs out there protesting and blocking the way of Congress MPs? It was almost like they were ready for a fight, itching for a fight, as they say.
I believe it's whether you or me who is one upmanship drama. I believe पहला पत्थर किसने फेंका ये न सोचो अभी, टूटा हुआ शीशा जुड़ेगा कैसे यही सोचो अभी. But these people are only thinking, सवाल ये नहीं कि शीशा टूटे या न टूटे, सवाल ये है कि पहला पत्थर किसने फेंका. And that's what it is happening. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that every day of the parliament is wasted and crores of rupees are wasted to convert it into a national school of drama or Delhi Haat or Dhobi Ghat, and now it is Kushti Ka Akhada. It's unfortunate, absolutely unfortunate. It's the wrong precedence. We are giving it in front of our next generation. This is not the way our forefathers sacrificed for the democracy and independence of this nation. It is shameful, in my opinion, the way an old person is injured today and admitted to hospital, and not a single person from the opposition even felt once to talk about it.
Dr. Uday, by the looks of it, not one old person, but two old people, including an 80-year-old, that is Mr. Kharge, were injured. So, you know, as journalists, let's keep that in mind, that there are charges from both sides that are coming in. And I may be accused of monkey balancing when I say that I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that Parliament is paralyzed not just because of the government and the BJP, but also because of the opposition. Because both sides are not backing off, and both sides are saying, if you up the ante, we'll up the ante as well. होने दो, जनता का तो पैसा खर्च हो रहा है, होने दो जितना होता है. We'll just
why
leave
on
it there for
first
the
day,
moment. Dr. Uday, thank you very much
Shreya ji,
for joining
that's why
us.
on the first day,
But I blame everyone. I blame the BJP,
Shreya,
I blame the
running
government,
parliament
and I
is the
blame the
government's
Congress as well.
responsibility.
For the
Sorry, Shreya. Running parliament is the government's responsibility. Arun Jaitley
running
said
the
that.
government is no. Running the parliament is the government's responsibility, but it doesn't mean that the Congress ladaus adanga all the time. But yeah, Bhavya, you want to say something? Go ahead. एक मिनट.
Yes.
अच्छा एक मिनट भैया.
I do not agree with.
It is the government's responsibility.
Dr. Uday spoke like
Bhavya, go ahead.
By normal common people.
Let Bhavya speak,
that
please.
we need not think about who started it, and we only need to think about what the damage is. But this happened inside the parliament premises, and the MPs, the elected representatives, have done it. And it's very clear that the BJP MPs had an intention to create a ruckus over there. They need to be blamed. Whoever started this needs to be blamed and taken to task and punished accordingly, according to the parliamentary rules of business.
Okay.
You cannot talk like this happened on
Bhaiya,
screen and some common citizens were involved. And to blame opposition.
Okay. The point is, Bhavya, as taxpayers, I will say it the way I see it. Bhavya, as a taxpayer, I will say it as I see it, and this is what I see. I simply see that for the last 3 weeks, both sides have been upping the ante because they are simply not interested in working for the people who actually vote for them. एक दंगा करेगा तो दूसरा बड़ा दंगा करेगा. It doesn't matter to them that the taxpayers' money is being wasted every minute that they do this drama. Is the BJP to blame? Is the Congress to blame? We'll let our viewers decide. But most importantly, in the interest of fairness and transparency, I once again say that the Rajya Sabha Secretariat and the Lok Sabha Secretariat need to release unedited pictures of what exactly happened in Parliament today. Otherwise, it's all hearsay. You will believe who you choose to believe, but you will not get the truth. We'll leave it there for the moment, Bhavya. Thank you very much. Ghanshyamji, thank you very much. Tehseen, good to have you. Pradeepji, thank you. Good to have you. And Dr. Uday, always good to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, a quick break. There's much more on the other side. Do stay with us.